Well, here we are, a bar on a plane. You couldn't make this up. Today, I'm here at Suvarnabhumi Airport in Bangkok, Thailand, and I'm so excited because I'm flying business class on Qatar's A380. That's right, it's the double-decker plane that has a bar. We're going to be flying to Doha, Qatar, and I'm going to share the lounge as well as the business class flight with you guys. Let's go and get checked in. And appropriately, and I'm sure not accidentally, Qatar's check-in counters are in the row queue. Let's go over there, get checked in, and move on. Surprisingly, there's nobody checking in even at the regular counter, although I'm here a little bit more than 3 hours ahead of the flight because I want to be able to relax and film the lounge and get something to eat. But we're here in business class, so let's go and get checked in over here. Thank you so much. All right, let us get checked in to business class over here. Swadee Kap. The staff is super nice. That was extremely painless check-in. I tried to upgrade to first class to see if it was available, but the second leg was sold out because this trip is actually taking me from here to America, but this video is only going to be from Bangkok to Doha. And the flight from Bangkok to Doha, the upgrade, was going to be $1,200, and I wasn't going to do that. I'll tell you how much I paid for this business class ticket later on in the video, but right now, let's get through security and go check out the Qatar Business Lounge. One of the other really nice things with a business class or first class ticket is that you get access to fast track here. So you get to skip what people refer to as the stairs of doom, where everybody's kind of heading up into security, and you get your own lane here, which is much quicker than the regular security. Security and passport control took all of 2 minutes. There was nobody there at all. It was very quick. And now it's time to go and check out the Qatar Business Lounge. I've heard really good things about it, and I'm so excited for this flight because I've always wanted to try the A380 double-decker, especially because they have a bar upstairs in the business and first class area where I'm going to be sitting. And did I mention that it started pouring right after I arrived at the airport? I really lucked out because it is literally pouring outside like mad. And here we are, the Qatar Premium Lounge. Really excited to go check it out. We'll show you guys what it looks like. It is for first class and business class passengers. Wow, look at this entrance. Already I can tell this is probably one of the nicest lounges I've seen so far. Although I don't need it, this is the shower room. It's definitely one of the smallest shower rooms I've seen so far, but it looks like it's well stocked. So if you need a shower, they have them and you can go and reserve them at the front. This is definitely the nicest business class lounge that I have ever been into, and it's nice and proper, and I'm going to respect everyone's privacy here. That's why I'm not going to be walking around filming. I will show you some of the highlights of this lounge, and now I'm sitting down here and I'm going to be ordering some food a la carte instead of the buffet, although I might go and try the buffet as well. Got about 2.5 hours before the flight boards, so plenty of time to eat and drink and see what they have. So I ordered the surf and turf, but I also ordered the sushi platter, and okay, I kind of went overboard, grabbed some cheese, a little piece of salami of some sort, some salmon, and like a mini little meze plate I made myself, which was some hummus, maybe baba ganoush, and then some caprese salad. And my vodka tonic just arrived. It is Grey Goose. Guys, this is wild. I'm saying the food, the presentation is amazing. The whole place is just so well laid out. Everybody's dressed so nice. I mean, all the people working here are very well dressed, extremely cordial. I'm trying to stay quiet and respect other people's privacy in here. And actually, when I first came in, I was told that I could not record video in here. They said it was against policy. And I thought that was kind of strange because I've seen so many videos of Qatar Lounge and Qatar flights on YouTube and on the internet. But one of them just came back up to me now and said that they spoke to the manager and they said that it's fine to take video here as long as I don't show people's faces. And of course I will respect that, and that's how I'm able to show you guys some of this video of this lounge. But apparently they have a new rule where you cannot record in here, but it never hurts to ask. And the sushi was delicious. It was really good. The cheese, everything. Guys, so far I am so impressed, and I'm excited to get the surf and turf. My surf and turf has arrived. It is a tiger prawn with filet mignon, with some rosemary potatoes, some carrots. This looks amazing. I ordered the steak medium well. Let's see how it is. That looks cooked very well. Excited to try it. and a glass of Merlot. Let's try this steak. The steak is quite good. I'm sure the shrimp is going to be great. It's actually tiger prawns. They're huge. The rest of this looks so good. I still have a whole meal ahead of me on the flight. Oh my goodness. For dessert, I grabbed some watermelon, a piece of pineapple, a mango tart, some baklava, and this 10-year-old Glenmorangie single malt scotch. When I tell you how much I paid for this trip, you'll understand why I'm enjoying all these things while I can here. All right, it's time to head to the gate. Guys, that was the nicest lounge I've ever been to. I've been in business class lounges, I've been in first class lounges, and that is absolutely one of the nicest I have ever seen. I could have stayed there all day, but I would have just eaten and drank too much. Now it's time to get over to the new terminal via the connecting underground railway and get onto the flight. A short ride on the underground connecting train from the old terminal to this new terminal, and we are here in the satellite terminal, and here we are along with these two really cool elephants. Now, this terminal is not really busy. I've been here 3 or 4 times, and it's still not being utilized 100%, but that's kind of nice because it's not too busy. Now we're gonna go to the gate and get ready to board. I'm so excited because I've always wanted to fly this A380 double-decker plane, and I'm excited to try Qatar business class for the first time. It's actually going to be my first time on Qatar in general, so I'm excited to go and check this out and share it with you guys. Now, with the way the glass is angled here at Suvarnabhumi Airport, it is near impossible to get a clear shot of the aircraft without reflection. But here you go. There is our Airbus A380 in its double-deck glory, just waiting to be boarded. And it is finally time to board the flight. I'm excited. Get onto this A380 in the business class, and of course, as always, I got a box of mango, some candy for the crew. I appreciate them. I always like to give this to all the crew anytime I fly anywhere. 14A? Yeah. If I give this to you, will you share with the rest of the crew?
Oh, thank you so much.
Enjoy. All right, a little delay because we had a couple people in wheelchairs that were trying to board, but as you can see, this is going to be a 1-2-1 layout. All right, guys, this is going to be my seat for the next 6.5 hours. This is about a 20-year-old business class. No doors, but it looks really nice. Excited to sit down and check it out. And it looks like we've already got the amenity kit and a nice little diptyque pre-wrapped towel. I believe you get to keep these pillows. Not sure if I really want it, but got the regular pillow, we got the blanket. We'll go through the amenity kit a little bit later, and I'll show you around. Like I said, we had some issues getting a couple people in wheelchairs aboard, so I'm going to put some of this stuff away and I'll show it to you later. Well, I can already tell this is a full flight, and the crew seems to be a little out of sorts, possibly. I'm not sure. I think they skipped a couple people, skipped me as far as asking for departure drink, but it's okay. You know, these things happen. They're just busy. It is a packed flight, it looks like, so I'm sure they'll come back around and bring me my glass of champagne and water. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Great. Thank you so much. All right. We got our pajamas along with some slippers and size. And this is the Formula One. Nice. And instead of giving out warm towels, they have these little prepackaged diptyque towels. Oh, it smells good. But it's nothing like getting one of the nice warm towels handed out. But this is still nice. The head purser just came by, introduced herself, and explained the bar that is in the back of the business class. I'm really excited to go check that out. A bar in an airplane. They also came by and took my pre-departure drink order. I ordered the mint tea lemonade that is signature here, and also a glass of the rosé champagne. And now I have my 2 menus for me to look through. One thing I'm noticing is that you don't get as much privacy here as you do with some other business class. My phone is at eye level. As you can see, people's heads are definitely sticking out.
This is the signature fresh lime and mint.
The fresh lime and mint, perfect. And we have a glass of rosé. Wow, that is a big glass. Thank you very much. All right, I've always wanted to try this lime, mint, lemon. Oh, I'm already confused. Ooh, nice and tangy, a little sweet. Oh, I could drink a lot of this. That's so good. And a glass of the rosé. I believe this is maybe Tattinger. I'll have to look at the menu and I will show you on screen what this is. That is a good rosé. Very delicious. All right, let's take a quick look at the menu here. It's quite extensive. We got starters, main course. I've already pre-ordered the Qatari chicken, but there's so many good things on this menu. I'm excited to try it. There's the light meal, and here is the alcohol menu with the champagnes, the white wines, some of the rosé, and of course some of the red wines they have available, and the dessert wines. I've got two windows here, and the one thing I like is these are the old-fashioned windows that you can close them by hand instead of the electronic ones. Just makes it easier so you can take a peek out. Now, the little windows are quite little. And Qatar has on-demand dining, which means you can basically eat at any time, but I'm going to go ahead and eat after we take off, because that way, after that, I can go and check out the bar and show you guys that. I'm super excited to see it. Let's take a little look around the aircraft itself. We've got the control panel here, which controls the seat back, the bottom, the fold, lay down flat, and even the armrest. Here we have the power outlet, USB, and some other plugs. And there is a storage compartment here that I've already put my water in. Oops, nothing else in there. But then on the other side of me, there is another storage compartment which doubles as the armrest. And in here we have a bottle of water that was provided, as well as some headphones. Now, these are pretty straightforward Qatar headphones. I believe they're noise canceling. However, I brought my own set, so I'll be using those instead. I'm not sure the size of the screen, but I will put on the screen for you the size of the screen. Yes, on the screen will be the size of the screen. We've got all sorts of entertainment here, camera views, which I'm really looking forward to, because apparently there is a tail camera. This is what I want to see. It is nighttime, however, there is our night camera. I should say there's our tail camera from the rear. Well, you guys have seen enough takeoff videos, and even though it's really dark, I'm going to show you the tail camera takeoff here. The in-flight entertainment is pretty thorough. There's quite a few movies here, lots of Hollywood blockbusters, things that are trending, and pretty much anything you want to see. One thing I did mention is that there is a massage function here. It's pretty light. The remote is stored here, and for some reason I cannot seem... Oh, there we go. Get it out. This is the remote you can use for the TV, but I prefer to just use the touchscreen. But there you have it. A nice little light, a place to store your water, and a place to put the menus. And fortunately, you get your own individual air nozzles, which a lot of airlines don't offer anymore. And now, with both of the armrests up, this is quite comfortable, like a nice lounge chair. This probably isn't the most modern cabin, but this is an extremely comfortable seat. All right, let's do the obligatory lavatory check. Holy smokes. This is a tiny, tiny little bathroom. But there we are. Looks like somebody's already in here and made a bit of a mess, but we got some Diptyque products over here, I believe. And it is already full. Wow, that's surprising that it is this full, but I like it. It definitely kind of gives me some flashback vibes to like the 90s TWA, that sort of stuff. This plane isn't that old, but it's cool. Looks like while I was away, I got some iced tea and a ramekin of some warm nuts. Oh, while I'm awaiting the meal service, let's take a look at this Diptyque kit and see what is inside. Very nice little leather box pouch. And here is the whole kit, guys. Again, the nice little leather pouch folds open into a nice little square unit. We've got some socks over here, a little pamphlet. Then we have some body lotion, eau de toilette, cologne, and some facial spray. So overall, a nice little kit. And guys, I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this kit, along with the pajamas that I was given, the F1 pajamas. I haven't used either of them. I'm going to be giving these away. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel and leave a comment down below and let me know what is your favorite airline and what airline would you love to try. And then in a future video, I will randomly pick 2 people in the comments who are subscribers, and I will give these things away and mail them to you absolutely free. So make sure you comment below what your favorite airline is and which airline you would love to fly. And don't forget to subscribe,
click the thumbs up bell, and please share this video with your friends and family. It really helps me grow my channel. While they're setting up my table for dinner service, it's interesting that they have Starlink available on some of the flights. However, on the A380, they do not, and you still have to pay $10 for Wi-Fi. To me, that's kind of crazy that you're charging this much for the ticket. Just add another $10 to the price instead of charging it. It just feels like you're being nickel and dime. They have set up my table very nicely. We've got a little bit of butter here, 2 different shakers, salt and pepper, and they had 3 different kinds of vinegar. I took the balsamic vinaigrette. You could have had the spicy. Got a selection of breads. I absolutely love these little candles. It is so cute. Obviously, it is not real. I took some sparkling water, and the amuse-bouche was trout. Let's see how this trout is. Now, she did tell me it was trout, but that was a shrimp, and it was delicious, but I was expecting, like, trout carpaccio, but it was shrimp. No complaints. Really good. Okay, she just came by to pick it up, and when I told her what I heard and what it was, she said, no, they said prawn, not trout. So I guess it is me that misheard it, but it was delicious. Excellent, thank you. And now for the Sauvignon Blanc. Oh, it's a nice pour. Thank you so much. And along with the Sauvignon Blanc, we have a nice little trio here of hummus, mutabel, tabbouleh, and some warm pita bread. This looks great. What a great little starter this is. I love Mediterranean food and I love hummus, so I'm really excited to try this out and see how it is. Very good, nice and creamy. Now let's try the Sauvignon Blanc. It's good, a little warm, but it is very good. And now for the mutabel. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I thought it might be like baba ganoush, like eggplant, but let's see. It is eggplant, and it is delicious. Not a huge fan of the tabbouleh, but I'll give it a quick try. Tastes like tabbouleh. Not a huge fan. And now for the main course, the Qatari chicken mashkool with sauce. Not really sure exactly what it is. I'll put it on the screen, and I'm going to switch to a rosé wine because the Sauvignon Blanc was just a little too warm. There's the green sauce. Excited to try this. All right, let's throw some of this green sauce in there. Ooh, it's almost like a salsa verde. That looks really good. Bon appetit. Oh man, absolutely delicious. Love it. Nice texture. The rice or whatever it is. I think it's sultans is what that is. I'm loving this dish. For dessert, I went with something simple, just some fruit and some 20-year-old Taylor's Tawny Port. Well, here we are, a bar on a plane. You couldn't make this up. There's an actual bar up here. This is the A380 Airbus. And up here in the back of business class on the second floor, there is this bar that could seat about 15, 20 people. Talk about a throwback. I can't think of any other airline that would do something like this now. This was something quite common in the 50s, 60s, maybe even the 70s and 80s, but not anymore. And I'm really excited to have gotten the chance to check out this place. This is the Sojeni. It is a non-alcoholic drink designed specifically for the Middle Eastern market because there's a lot of people here who do not drink alcohol. It looks like a champagne. It pours like a champagne. Let's see how it tastes. It does taste like a bit of a non-alcoholic champagne. I think it's quite delicious. If you're ever on the flight and you get a chance, give this a try. Even though it's non-alcoholic, it is a refreshing drink. I mean, this isn't a bad life. Up in the air, sitting at a bar, having a glass of non-alcoholic champagne, but they've got lots of other things here that you can enjoy. And there we have it. The bed is completely made up with a very nice thick mattress pad. They even put a pillowcase over the pillow with a little pillow here. And I was told to wear my seatbelt over the blanket so they don't wake me up if there's turbulence. Well, guys, I managed to get about 2.5 hours of sleep, which is pretty good on a 6.5 hour flight. Overall, it was quite comfortable in this bed sleeping for that time. Now, I promised I would tell you how much I paid for this flight, but it's a little complicated. I used cash. I didn't use any points. I paid for the ticket in full. However, it is a round trip ticket from Bangkok all the way to Miami and then back. And each leg had 2 segments. So it was Bangkok to Doha, Doha to Miami, and then the reverse. And for that, I paid $5,234. An economy ticket would have been $1,800 on Qatar with seat selection and some of the other extras thrown in. So when I get off the flight, I will tell you guys exactly what I think of this experience and if I think it is worth it. Made it over here to Doha, Qatar. So let me tell you what I thought of that flight from Bangkok to Miami aboard the Airbus A380 in business class on Qatar. I really loved the lounge in Bangkok. That was one of the nicest lounges I've ever been to. Actually, scratch that. That is the best lounge I have ever been to. The service was absolutely impeccable. The food was amazing. The staff they couldn't do enough, and I absolutely loved it. I didn't want to leave. Now, getting onto the A380 was really kind of an iconic plane. I really loved it. It's just such a cool thing to finally be able to fly this double-decker plane and to be on the second level in the seats in that area where it's just business class and first and some premium economy. I really loved it. Yes, the hard product was dated. It is an old setup. It's about 12, 14 years old. It's as old as the plane itself. However, it was comfortable and the food was good. I enjoyed it. The bar was absolutely over the top. I really love being able to sit at this bar on this airplane in the air and have a drink and just look around. I just wish it was daytime so I could give you better shots instead of the darker nighttime shots that I was able to provide. Now, as far as a value proposition, I don't know. There are much nicer business classes out there than on the A380. I'm not comparing it to Q Suites, which is something I'm going to be flying here in the next couple of hours, and I'll share that with you in another video. But with the older seats and the lack of privacy for what you pay, I think maybe I would try a different airline for that short flight if it was going to be on the A380 again. However, overall, like I said, I loved it, really enjoyed it, and I'm super excited to get onto this next flight and share that with you in an upcoming video. So guys, don't forget to leave the comment about what airline is your favorite and which one you would like to try in order to chance to win the amenity kit and the pajamas. Please make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very soon in another episode.